What's up, everybody? Welcome to Keto Rewind. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I am Jess. If you are new here, hello and welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I do want to say real quick, I am not a medical doctor, not a healthcare professional. This is just my story, and I'm sharing what worked and didn't work with you. Because the goal here, or what my channel is all about, is I am currently in week 208 of my journey to rewind my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, living a ketogenic, low carb, and high protein lifestyle. But this is only what has worked and what has not worked for me. At the end of the day, you do you. So anyways, let's jump into week 208. So this week was a challenge. I'm sure you've seen the news if you lived here. We had an ice storm again. Ice-mageddon 2023. He almost went in the drain. I am. Be careful. So I planned originally to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, alternate day fasting. And that's where I'm doing like a 40-hour fast, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I found, just in general, it is so much easier to fast when my kids are not home or they're in school, you know, that kind of thing. So when I think of fasting schedules, I always keep that in mind. When are the kids going to be home? When are they not? You know, that kind of thing. So this week, it was supposed to be a normal week. Well, that changed pretty quick. So my kids were home Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They were home 4 days plus the weekend. So I was like, darn it all, like, oh, son of a. But part of losing weight or doing a weight loss journey is knowing that it's not going to be easy. There's going to be obstacles. You got to stay focused on your goals. So I will say, though, it was challenging having kids at home, plus neighborhood kids, and it's just, they're eating machines. And that is something that's just like, I was fasting and it's just food 24/7. And but I did push on and push through and keep saying to myself, I want this for me. I can do this. Don't use the stress or the chaos to eat, keep going. And, just believe in, what do I really want? Do I want to feel good or do I want to feel like shit? And it just kept me powering through. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I nailed it, continued with the fast. In addition to the chaos of last week, fasting, I also got my monthly cycle. And I'm like, oh my God, what next? So normally I put on like 2 pounds when I get my cycle. It takes me, by the time I'm done with my monthly cycle, to lose those 2 pounds. And usually I don't see a change in the scale when Aunt Flo shows up. So I was like, but I stayed focused. I didn't let the noise get to me, and I just kept doing what I needed to do. So despite it all, I managed to do the alternate day fasting, check mark, and I did still manage to lose a pound. So I was like, yes, yeah. So to say it was a non-scale victory to just like nail it this week, with the chaos that was at home, and then to also shave a pound off, I couldn't be more happy. So I weighed in this morning at 248. So overall, since I've been doing fasting like a month-ish now, or this is my 4th week, I am down 11 pounds. So I'm like, yes, it's working. Things are going, keep pushing through. Do I want to feel good or not? Keep going. And that was like the mantra for the whole week. So as for, thinking at it, during the whole week of chaos, and I wanted to just go ahead and eat with the rest of my kids and all this stuff, the neighborhood kids and, all the neighbors wanted to get together. I managed to even have a party this week with the neighbors, and it was a fasting day, so I had to keep going. So I am so incredibly proud of overcoming all of it this week and staying true to my goals. And in addition to that, it just feels good to be in this part of my journey where I'm getting that strength to say no to situations and to overcome the obstacles and find ways to overcome the obstacles. So if, for instance, we went out to my neighbor's house for some drinks while it's snowmageddon over here, and I brought water with electrolytes to sip on, and it's just, and then I found out a couple of my other neighbors do OMAD, and so that turned into a big fasting thing, and so it was really cool. But like, if I would have just given in and, wanted to drink some beers or, have a glass of wine, I just couldn't do that because I'd worked so hard for the past like 4 weeks here. Nothing was going to get in my way. So it was easy to keep that momentum going and remember what I want. And, and I want this for me. So super, super proud. I'm giving myself a high five and a back pat because it was hard. It wasn't an easy week. Like the past 4 weeks prior, since I've been fasting, those have been smooth sailing. This week was hard. But at the same time, it was also easy because I had built so much momentum that obstacles were going to come and try to derail me, and I needed to find ways to navigate around them, so I keep going. So that's basically it for, in regards to the fasting part. But I will say we're in a new month. It's the month to feel good. Part of me, when all the rest of my friends were having chips and queso and all the munchies and stuff, it felt good to feel good still. I didn't have any hangovers. I didn't feel like crap because I ate a bunch of junky food. I didn't give in, so I was proud of myself. But it's like that's what inspired me to have the month of February's weight loss theme is Feel Good February. I want to feel good all day, every day, and I don't want to feel like crap. And nothing I can put in my mouth that can last maybe 10 minutes will ever feel as good as I do all day eating in my best interest, eating with my best interest at heart. So the monthly theme is going to be Feel Good February. Like when you are faced with a decision or choice, ask yourself before you put it in your mouth, does this make me feel good? Does this make me feel good and reach my goals? Will this get me there? And do I want to feel good? If I want to feel good, put it down. If I don't want to feel good, pound it. Just get it all in you. But just remember, at that moment, you have the choice. Do you want to feel good or not? And that's going to be the mantra for the month. I am going to continue fasting. However, being that I've got a lot of weight left to re-lose, I like to switch the fasting up. So I am switching to this week OMAD, 1 meal a day. So instead of worrying about breakfast and lunch and all the riffraff in the day, I'm just going to have my 1 meal at dinner. It'll be a larger meal, but I'm going to have a protein-focused meal for dinner. And that's just because my parents have left and went on the RV down south. They're trying to find warm weather. You think after leaving New Hampshire and coming to Texas, you would be warm, right? Oh no. So they're further south down in Port Aransas, I think is the name. So they won't be here for the next 2 weeks. So I'll be cooking for my kids and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what? Let's just take the pressure off. And I will do OMAD. It keeps it interesting. It's still a version of fasting. And I haven't done it in a while, so we're going to give it a go. If I don't like it, at the end of this week, I'll go back to alternate day fasting. So, but that's just something that to keep in mind. I always found success in the past by keeping things interesting. So I don't get into one rut and just do that. I like to, okay, I did that and now let's do this, and just keep things interesting and exciting with different goals. It's still fasting. Oh my gosh, there's so many types of fasting. Water fast, clear liquids fast, a dry fast, protein sparing modified fasting, there's so many, a beef and butter fast, egg fast, So it's another version of fasting, intermittent fasting. I could go on all day. But as from what I want to do, this week, we're gonna do OMAD. I am not committing to the entire month of February as OMAD. Like we're talking 1 week at a time. This is what I feel like doing. Because next week, I may not want to continue OMAD. I may want to go back to alternate day fasting, intermittent fasting, or some other version. So, but I found that the more I switch things up, the less it gets boring, you know, and it's like, okay, we're doing this week. So it's just all about keeping the momentum going, getting the weight off or the fat off. I'm not trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose fat. And fasting really, it comes in clutch, you know, and I'm using fasting as my weight loss tool. It is not gonna be my lifestyle, it is not the end all be all. It is the tool that I'm gonna use right now, and when I get tired of that tool, I'm gonna use a different tool in my toolbox and keep the journey going. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you can tell by my demeanor how much better I've been feeling and how awesome it feels to continuously be losing, to resuming the weigh-ins, and just the overall, like, I feel like I got that, Jess is back, you know, and it's just a great feeling to be back in control and feeling just like I'm doing my best every day, you know, and that overall means I wake up happy, I go to bed and I sleep like a baby, you know, I feel good because I'm not eating crap, I'm being consistent, I'm doing all the things, and it's wonderful. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be taking like the updated pictures. I didn't have a chance to do that today. My daughter got her braces off today. So I didn't have time to take the pictures, the measurements and that. So I'll probably make a video at some point this week with the updated monthly pictures, inches, pounds, you know, but overall the Cliff Notes, I lost 11 pounds and we're gonna keep going, keep on at it. So I am Jess, you are watching Keto Rewind. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!